We're the Logans, everybody!
Hi, we're the Logans. I'm Honor.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Luna Blue, and welcome to the Logans World. This is our weekly podcast where we catch up on everything that's been going on this week and just chat a little bit about everything.
Yeah, so welcome to our podcast. I am so excited. I know you're both so excited, but I'm especially excited because I'm missing the fans, so I'm looking forward to just catching up with y'all. So I think lockdown's a good place to start.
Yep, so what have we been up to?
For me, lockdown hasn't been very different. I'm not going to lie to you. I do like spending long periods of time in the house playing The Sims, so this seems like the perfect excuse.
I know, actually, I don't know if I've even seen Taylor in the 9 weeks we've been here. Like, this is the first time.
It's called peace and quiet, and I'm glad to get some.
Although Taylor still likes to dress up to the nines, even in the house,
That's
so she's
true.
just having fashion shows in the living room.
What can I
these
say?
days.
I'm a charming creature, a creature of mystery.
That's it. We're all out hanging about in the garden. You just see Taylor up in her bedroom window doing the Queen's wave out to the garden.
And everybody
like
everybody has to clap. Like, that's the rules. When you see it, you have to throw confetti and clap. And then I'm like, do you know what? I can go back to my room. I've had enough attention for the day.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, we're actually 3 sisters and we're from a big family, so there's 11 of us locked down in the house together, which...
Oh my goodness.
It's, to be fair, for the majority of it, it has been great fun. It's been like
That's
a 3-month holiday. It's
I was actually saying, I feel like I've reverted back to being 16 again because
Yeah.
I've been hanging about with our younger sister and I've been making friendship bracelets. I've been watching High School Musical. I've just been doing all the things I did when I was 16 and I've been loving it.
Yeah, I think it's given everyone a space to sort of go back to that and just chill out, you know?
And I think as well, I know we're making fun of me for playing The Sims, not all the time, okay? I think it's a nice place to be creative.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of space to just go and, like, write songs and just be in your own place where you're like, there's no pressure, there's no expectancy. I'm not doing this for anyone or for any reason. And it's kind of been a blessing in a lot of ways. For us, I think we are very fortunate.
Yeah. Because actually I found it quite hard at the start. I think because everything was so uncertain and we'd been working so hard all the time that suddenly it was like there was a lot of space. And I was like, what are we going to do? And then I've actually relaxed into it and I'm like, could I do anything else? I don't think so.
I know, it's been lucky. It has been.
Yeah, and the weather's picked up.
Yeah.
So
Which,
unlucky for
again,
Taylor.
is not lucky for me. We were sitting here and our younger sister was like, you two look so brown, and then there's just a silence and I was like, yeah, I look good too, thanks.
If you're listening to the podcast and not watching it, then you won't know that Taylor's a redhead and extremely pale skinned, so I do feel bad for her because it's been very hot actually.
2 sisters who are tanned, brunette, blonde, and then I came out and I was and you would think I would have gotten darker progressively, like being out in the sun. I haven't. I've stayed ginger hair, white skin.
The fact that we're in Scotland, you have the smartest body of all of us. You can
And
absorb
the
the
smartest
sunlight, and you can and you can absorb that vitamin D. Me and Honey, not so much yet. So you've actually got one up on us here.
Do you know that gingers make their own vitamin D as well?
Is that
You
true?
two,
No,
Everyone
so
makes
jealous.
their own.
Yeah, now Taylor
But
says
gingers are just, it's a superpower.
Taylor says this every year and I'm still not convinced that it's actually true.
Do you not have
Yeah,
access to Google?
Well, I've never googled it. It's not.
So
been-
I think that's what we should do just now. Actually, we'll see
Wait a
if
minute,
it's
I'll
right.
find out. Don't you worry. You two
Oh,
keep
look at that,
chatting,
it's
I'll
true.
find out.
So what do you
We
mean you
have
make your
some.
own vitamin D?
Like,
That you don't
basically,
need any sunlight.
do you know how
at all?
vitamin D is made?
I know it's a hormone.
Well, basically,
Is that right?
how vitamin D is made is everybody has like their own personal tree out in the garden, and it grows. And when it grows, you can like take a plant off it and eat it. Ginger people, it grows inside them.
Oh wow.
The Mother Nature is flourishing inside ginger people.
But oh, there we go. Okay.
So do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
There's a word that I don't know how to say.
Okay.
Pheomelanin, Leona?
Okay.
Am I correct
have
in
no
that?
idea.
Okay, so the pigment pheomelanin gives red hair its distinctive colour. Red hair has far more of the pigment than it has of the dark pigment eumelanin.
Right, come on, speed this up.
The lower melanin colour. Basically, it is sufficient. It has a sufficient concentration of important vitamin D that can be produced under low light conditions, which I think, I'm not a medical expert, but I think what that means is basically you have a certain type of melanin that lets you absorb vitamin D.
Sorry, Taylor.
So I was right.
No.
I'm so glad we
Oh,
got to the bottom
okay.
of this in front of everybody. Thank you so much.
To be fair, I have some red in my hair, so I'm going to take that one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, so does this mean
Now you're coming over to the dark side.
Does this mean I just can't absorb it?
Yeah, sorry.
Is that-
It means you're out of the
Sorry.
club. It means
That's
you can't sit with us.
Okay, I'm off.
That's it. You're going to shrivel up in winter.
You have to go and do this
Disappear.
podcast outside, Leona. You can't sit with us.
God, Karen.
No.
Well, and other, I was going to say in other words, that's not the right phrase. Is
In
it?
other news?
In
In
other news.
I got a new bike, everyone.
Woo!
So I've been super
Oh
cool
no,
out
she's
my
turning
bike.
into
No.
she's turning into a dad that rides bikes. Honey's just gone there super early.
Leona did ask me, am I a middle-aged man in lycra?
A mammal.
Said no.
Oh.
The man part isn't correct.
But
So,
everything else.
No, everything except the man part's correct.
So tell us, do you cycle on the roads or on the pavement?
okay, someone did shout at me today.
Yeah.
Because I was cycling on the pavement. Now, please don't kill me because I know people hate that and I understand, but I was on the pavement because I was going into the park. So I was allowed on the pavement.
Wait,
to get
did someone
into the park.
shout at you?
Yes,
Who?
actually did. A
People
guy
do
who's
that a
jogging
lot.
shouted, going, you should be on the road. And I was like, fair enough, because I should be, but I was going into the park. So I was like, you know what, I kind of need to. I can't fly over this part of the park.
But to be fair, where we stay as well is renowned for potholes, and the roads are actually very dangerous to cycle on. So
And it's not a road bike.
if there was space, cycle lanes, that's fine, cycle on them. But
Yeah.
to be fair, you kind of have to go on the
I'm-
pavements when
yeah.
it's like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like this podcast has turned into like let's reveal minor crimes and sort of talk about how it didn't really work like that and it's actually okay because there are potholes.
Minor crimes, cycling on the pavement. So that's it. Police are going to show up.
Excuse me, 911, she was cycling on the pavement again.
No, but actually, I was bringing that up because I was going to ask, what have you all been doing? What have you all been doing? Drop us a comment. Have you been keeping fit? Have you not? Because I've noticed on Twitter, there's either one end of the spectrum or the other. People are either turning into the Hulk or you're turning into a couch potato. I was turning into the couch potato, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to go for
You
the
were
Hulk.
not.
I
You
was.
You were hulking it. You were running.
Not at the start, I wasn't. I was enjoying life so much. I was just like, I could not move off this couch today.
I'm pretty sure like you were putting everyone to shame. You took me
No.
for a run.
Yeah, no, I started doing that quite a bit in. So that was the start of my Hulk thing. Not quite there yet.
What does
So-
that make me then?
Couch potato.
So
I'm a
just-
couch and
just-
simmon potato.
I was going to say just a Sims player, to be honest.
To be fair, sometimes I vary up. Sometimes I watch Netflix. Sometimes I play The Sims.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes I play
Sounds
Mario
like
Kart.
90%.
Simultaneously.
Hey, nice one, Leona.
No, right, I'm off track here. What was I going to say? Oh, talking about fitness. Yeah, so before lockdown, I had a strong feeling that gyms were going to close. I just had a feeling. And I bought a squat rack and a bar and weights plates so that I can do some weightlifting out in the garage. And I've actually managed to sort of pull everyone in the house into it as well. So
Except me.
apart from Taylor.
But that's never going to happen. So
Yeah.
I've been using some of the stuff like skipping ropes, but I'm not quite. Now, Leona, we call her Barbie Schwarzenegger. And there's a good reason, because she really is the ultimate Barbie looking like muscle.
Only when I tense.
Leona
That's
has
so good.
become the
But anyone's
enforcer.
listening and then they'll look up and they'll go, that's not what I was
No,
expecting.
wait, I need to tell you, we do this thing and it's Leona lifts. And whenever we've got a gig, if we are supporting or we've got a support, we always ask Leona, will she squat this like person in a band or artist on her shoulders, and she does it very well.
Thankfully, the boys have been very light so far, and so we've not had a problem.
Actually, I was bringing it up because I was going to ask you, Leona, like, do you have any tips for people? Because I think, even though I've been getting better, I think I still quite struggle with, sometimes I just can't be bothered. And I know that's fine, but I think you're probably good for helping with motivation for people with sort of fitness and lockdown. What kind of things can you be doing? Because some people are stuck in flats.
Yeah. Well, I think fitness and for anything in general, anything that people have as a hobby or something that they want to work on, it's getting a routine.
Yeah.
And, you know, having a schedule where you say, okay, this is what I'm going to do on Monday at this time and I'll do this afterwards, and set goals. So know things that you want to get by the end of it. If you want to get fitter, if you want to get stronger, if you want to look better, if you just want to be healthier, and you have those set out and ready to go, and have other things going on, have other hobbies that you like doing, and give yourself time to watch TV, because I found that a lot of people, when they are chilling out, don't let themselves relax.
Yeah.
You know, they feel guilty for just doing nothing when actually, you know, you've worked hard. This is a time where you should be able to just relax.
I find that on social media a lot. Just now there is that sort of fine line between a lot of people, and I think it's easy to sort of make a pretense on social media, sort of saying, oh, I've been so productive and I've done this and I've done that. And I think I'm quite I think I'm quite a motivated person. So sometimes I see people and they're like, and I've closed this business deal and I've done that and I've got this many, and I'm like, really? But there'll be people who struggle that'll be going, oh my goodness, like I have just chilled out. Yeah. And I just think, do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think that is quite hard on social media when you do have people who are constantly telling you what they've achieved and how great they're feeling, and not everyone is feeling like that. And I think that if that is going on and it's putting you in a bad place or you're not enjoying it, just take yourself away from it. You don't have to follow them. You can put it away and actually just let you do your own thing until you find a place that works for you. You don't have to compare yourself to these people. You don't have to do what they're doing.
Yeah, you know, it's that old thing. It's not a competition, and that is easier to say than to live, because I know that we're in a highly sort of competitive culture and society, but the best thing you can do is recognise you've got your own thing going on, even if that means you're doing nothing today, because I found that we really needed that. And when I finally let myself enjoy it, it was just exactly what I needed. So even though I'm getting into fitness a bit, I think we've sort of just chilled for a good bit, and I think we needed it.
Have you picked up in your relaxation, have you picked up any new hobbies in lockdown? Any new hobbies or any new skills that you didn't think you would have?
You put me on the spot here, Taylor.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Do you want to hear?
Yes. Oh no.
Buongiorno.
Oh.
Come on.
Well, this is something we actually all started together. So what's the app called again?
It's a really good podcast.
Duolingo?
No, it's called Coffee Breaks.
It's
called Coffee Breaks Italian. It's very good if you want to start learning a bit. They do other ones, Spanish, blah, blah, blah. So I've been trying to do Italian. I've only learned how to say how I am and what's your name. That's about it. But
well, I technically learned Italian for 7 years at school, and I can say hello pretty much. Yeah, you forget it. Well, I think you forget it really quickly, but when you start speaking and you're saying things, it brings it back to me. Yeah,
I had a dream I was French last night. That just reminded me. Sorry to go off topic here, but I had a dream I was French, and see all the wee, like, one thing I remember is je voudrais is like how you say I would like, and I was ordering at a cafe and I was like je voudrais, like I know this, I've got this down.
You're fluent French.
Sorry, I've gone off there.
See,
any other new lockdown skills?
No, I was just going to say there's another thing you need to know about Taylor. Her dreams are a bit odd, to say the least. She comes down most mornings and says, who wants to hear my dream? And everybody just says no thanks, Taylor, because you'll be stuck there hearing some wacky dream.
But there was a period of time where me and my older brother, who doesn't live with us anymore, we used to always be in the house in the morning, and for some reason I just remember it just being me and him, and I would always tell him my dreams, to the point where he's like, to the point where he is now like, that was like however, like 5 years ago, he's now like, don't tell me your dreams, like whatever. And I'm like, so that's it. And he's like, if it's got something to do with a dream, don't tell me, because I lucid dream, so I can, like, and I don't know, I just learned to do it. I can go into a dream and be like, okay, this is what the landscape's going to be like, this is what's going to happen, I want you in it, I want you in it, I want you in it. It is like, it's really like Inception.
I wish I could do that.
It's fabulous.
I very rarely remember a dream. Very rarely.
No thanks. I think I like having a good solid sleep with not very many
No,
dreams.
but that makes it like really solid. Like, it's like,
does that mean you're in a deeper sleep? I don't know much about how that
No,
works.
because I think so. You've got when you dream, that's not deep sleep. When you have deep sleep, you don't have dreams.
Oh, really?
That's when you have no dreams, and when there's dreaming, which is a different state, I think is correct. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's correct.
We can look that up and discuss that next week then. That's really
discuss it next week. People will be like,
no, dreams I find like sleep patterns and dreams. I find that so interesting.
That's true.
I think it is definitely for me. I find it interesting.
Like, I would love to know more, because it's weird, but like dreaming is kind of like mentally, like, imagine being in a sleeping state, and it's mentally like strenuous to put a dream together. Like, you have to like strain to be like, okay, that person's going there, but it has to stay there, and you have to hold it in your brain. while you build like other things, it's like it's mad, but it's
I wonder if it
I
just
like
means you've got like
peaceful, quiet.
more of a creative brain.
probably
more
my brain's
imaginative.
just like pew pew pew.
Or you just don't
Firework.
relax.
Other than that, or I'm like rap battling in my dream, and I'm like, oh, and in my dream I'm like, oh, you're so funny.
That makes
I'm
sense.
like, Kayla Lance, girl.
Why, that makes sense why she comes down and goes, who wants to hear my new rap? And again, it's the same answer for the dreams.
That
No,
doesn't
thank you.
happen. I come downstairs and you all say, can you please do a rap?
Please
Do you
do
have
a
one
rap.
ready for
Please
us
do a rap
right now,
about
Taylor?
me.
It's called freestyle for a reason. You never have one ready.
Okay,
The
Can
time.
you do one?
Come
Do
on,
one about
Boris.
lockdown.
Don't do this to me. Right, I'm asking randomly in the room, could this be cut out if it goes very wrong?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Then I don't. Honestly, my brain goes too fast on it.
Aw.
Unless someone's ready to beatbox.
Leona.
I don't know that talent yet.
Well, someone has to give me a beat. And that has to be like, it can be the worst beatbox, and it can be like a boom boom sh, a boom boom sh. Right, you ready? Say hey,
Hey!
I say ho,
Oh!
I said hey.
Hey!
I said, oh. Now, we're all here together in lockdown. Wanna see you happy, don't wanna see you frown. I wanna see you shining in the sun all day. Wanna see you go in the paddling pool and play, yeah. And then go to the house, But you better be quiet as a mouse, cause Dad, he's on the stairs painting the wall. Yeah, be careful that he don't fall from that big ladder that he left up there, yeah. We all walked under and he gave us a scare, yeah. We just heard his little cough, and then his big hairy wig, it fell. That was so bad.
Okay, so
I can't believe. Please, can we cut that? Can we cut that? That gives me like shivers, like even thinking
if
about
anyone
it.
asks, that did not come from this podcast. That somehow got mixed up in this audio, and that was not me beatboxing. That still happened to be Leona.
I thought it was good beatboxing, like see for off the
Excuse me,
cuff.
that was not me.
Thank you. Actually, on the topic of that rap,
Oh yes.
what have dads been like during lockdown?
Oh,
it's like
Don't
they've.
start.
In some ways, it's like their perfect dream. You know, when I noticed when people started stockpiling toilet roll for my dad, that was like the perfect time to execute his plan that you're only allowed one piece of toilet roll per pee. That was it. It was like, this is it. Everyone, we've only got 3 toilet rolls left.
No,
One piece of toilet
Ration
roll.
the foods.
Wait, I was on the toilet. Okay, I am not kidding. I'm in the middle of a pee. He came in with a toilet roll and was saying, and showed me and was saying, 6 bits, that's too much. 5 bits, that's too much.
No, he didn't.
And was folding over and going, still too much. And I was like, okay, I get it, Dad, can you leave now? And he was like, okay,
That is it.
make sure you flush. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
It's also the perfect time for dads to, you know, start all of these new jobs that will only be half done, even if lockdown lasts for the next 5 years. So we've got, actually, my bedroom. I came in and all of my stuff's been moved out my bedroom. Everything.
And do you know the worst thing? It's been moved into one of the bathrooms.
One of the bathrooms, right?
So
But at least now you can have a bath
we've
and
got
watch
a
TV.
television and a computer chair.
Yeah, you can
and
play Sims
all-
in the bath,
everything
half of you in the bath,
in a
half of you-
bathroom.
So it's all been moved out, and my dad was like, "Yeah, I'm plastering your ceiling." My ceiling did not need plaster,
Oh, it
but you know
did.
what?
Oh, I'm
no,
gonna
no, wait. He bought a new what's it called? Trowel, which is the thing that you put plaster on with. So he came in and he was like, I bought one, do you not think this is beautiful? I was like, yes, Gary, absolutely beautiful,
But
thank
you don't know that he said that to every child
know
individually.
that.
Do you think this trowel is
Come
beautiful?
on, he
Yeah.
needs to support.
If you like
It's
my
hard work.
trowel.
He said, if this trowel was my
anything-
child, it would be my favourite. So then I got
That's
kicked
true.
out of my room and I slept on the couch. And yeah, and I've still not gotten back in, and that's been weeks.
So, do you want to know what happened? Do you
What?
want to know the truth?
Do I really want to know the truth? I'm not
so
sure.
he started plastering your ceiling, and it turns out he ran out of plaster. But because of the way things are just now, some won't be able to come for, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. So you'll have to wait 3 weeks, or you could move everything back in, sleep with a half plastered ceiling, move it all back out again, plaster it, move it all back in again.
No, but the worst thing, thing is that, and I don't know if anyone else's dads is doing this, is my dad tends to put the radio on, and then so maybe be like, today I might plaster up in that wee corner there, and he'll get the stuff out, put the radio on, And then my mum will be like, oh, we need something from B&Q, and he'll be like, bye, but he leaves the radio on full volume.
Yes.
But you're not allowed to put it off.
I'm not going to lie, I quite like it. I don't know what that radio station
five
is.
songs
but I like
over
it.
and over.
It's like 80s hits.
Oh my
I
goodness.
like it.
And then
I just go upstairs and I'm going, oh, I love this
Oh
song.
my goodness, no.
It brings back my memories from the 80s.
Oh, really? when I was just a little boy in the 80s.
And then it's the other thing when he comes down, he goes, so who's on the tee? No, what's his other favourite one? What is it he says again? Oh,
So you're
Honor.
making tea?
are you making tea? Or no, do you want a tea? And then I go, oh, thanks, Dad. He goes, okay, make me one. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
It gets worse now, right? That worked for a wee time, but now it works that he goes round and he says, are you making tea? And you say, no, I'm not. And he says, are you making tea? And you say, no, I'm not. And he says, are you making tea? And you say, no, I'm not. And he goes, okay, and walks and makes himself one. Because if he says, right, I'm making tea, they realise you have to make everyone tea. So he ends up making 8 cups of tea. So now he's like, you're not making it.
That's
he
quite
makes
clever,
one cup.
actually.
So, right, I have no idea. Why has no one bought a teapot? And you just put the tea bags in
Leona.
and make a pot.
It's not.
And it's sorted.
It's not enough for everyone. Even normal.
No,
teapots.
the big industrial ones that you get when in like
Ew,
cafeterias.
remember
We got a
discussing
teapot and we
that?
smashed it, Leona. And this was us as
You get the big
adults.
stainless steel ones.
Yeah, but remember whenever you got them and the tea was really like because the tea bags are just left in and not very
You
nice.
don't have to leave it in for an hour before you pour it.
Yeah, but
Anyway, moving on.
Picky.
yeah.
Moving on from how strong you like your tea.
Anyway, sorry, Dad. We do actually love our dad very much.
Yes.
But all those things were in fact true, and please do not sue us. No, what else? What else have we been up to?
I am very. I don't know. This is maybe I don't want to talk too much about this, but is there anything that you? Is there something that you really genuinely miss during lockdown? Because I've heard lots of people say, I miss things that are maybe I miss like going out for food, blah 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 blah. But is there something that you genuinely think, oh my god, I'd love to?
I miss. Well, I'd say I miss getting to see the fans, but we've a lot of the time with gigs and things, it can be a while before you see them. But I think because we've been stuck in, it feels like an extra long time.
Yeah.
That we've not been able to like play a gig or do anything, and it just felt odd.
Yeah.
I would say that, and I can't think of small things really. I miss small things like maybe just going into town and just
Small things like the easiness of just popping into the shops.
Yeah.
So I've not really been out to the shops at all. Whenever we do go to the shops, we plan it and go for one trip so that we're reducing the amount. So it's just, I think, just the freedom, really, just the small things that you can't. I mean, for me, I really miss going to the gym. Even though I've got stuff here, just the energy in the gym and having the routine of waking up, going, and I really miss that. For me, that's a big deal. For anyone who listens and is into fitness, it is a big part of your life when you're doing that. And at first I found it really hard, but I think now I'm used to it. I don't mind at all. But yeah, that's just being nitpicky, isn't it, I suppose?
No, well, if it's a big part of your life, I suppose you're allowed to miss it. What about you, Tim?
I'm genuinely thinking I was going to say something like sort of like I miss being sort of able to choose. Like you can't, if someone's going out to the shops, you can't really be like, oh, can you get me this really like silly thing? Yeah. If someone's going to get food for the family, you kind of leave that out. But apart from that, honestly, apart from the obvious things like being able to play and things, I think we have to sort of step back and appreciate that we have so much.
Yeah,
we have so much
so
that
fortunate.
even in lockdown we are able to have a good time, and we're able to not feel scared, or I think that's a really lucky thing.
Oh no! I was just going to say the thing that we should be most grateful for is having a garden.
Yeah, I know. I really feel for people that are garden.
It gives you space to actually just go out and have some fresh air and things. For people who are stuck in a flat with no balcony or anything, that's hard.
And it's absolutely as well, because even if I've gone out just a walk, I've noticed that it can be quite stressful if you're
I've
even
not
just
been
trying
out for
to
walks
gauge
for that
like
reason.
avoiding people and things. So I appreciate that we've got a garden that we can sit in, and other people who have to go out and sort of dodge people every day, it can be quite stressful. It's not really a particularly lovely walk to be doing. But no, what I was going to say is actually we started lockdown in the oddest way, because we started lockdown, we had a BBC show.
Yes.
And that was at the very start of lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been so excited. We had, it's a half an hour show just about us as a band and as sisters. It's called Meet the Logans. It's on BBC Iplayer if you want to go and check that out. But we were so excited about it, and then suddenly when it was being released and premiered on TV, we were going to be in lockdown, and it just felt like the oddest thing, because in some ways you thought, does that mean everybody's going to watch TV or nobody's going to watch TV? Because we'd worked on it for so long, it was actually quite a nerve-wracking.
It was on at a sort of odd time as well, quite late at night, for something that for us it was so sort of family friendly. It's an odd time, like 11 o'clock at night. If I was younger, I wouldn't have stayed up to watch something at 11. And if you're watching TV at 11 o'clock at night, you probably don't want to watch something that's frivolous and silly. But we got such a good response. Sorry.
But I was going to say, I think it was the perfect time though, because I think it was just light-hearted and fun, and people needed a bit of that. And I think it was even nicer for us to feel like we could just put something out there that was maybe breaking up someone's day, or making, if you were, home alone, it might make you feel like you were part of our family for the day. Because I think that's something really important that we always try to do, because we appreciate that even just being from a big family that's supportive and loving, isn't everyone's situation. So we always just try and create that, and I suppose that's part of the podcast as well, is trying to extend that to you, for you to feel like you're here, you're with us, you're just having a bit of
you can
nonsense.
freestyle rap with us if you like.
Oh my goodness,
if you want more beatboxing, Honey does it
no,
on demand now. She does it for free, so if you like that, then look forward to more.
£10 an hour.
Now that you've done it now, I think this has to be something for every week.
It gives me the cold sweats, because honestly with me, my brain works really, really fast, but I have to make sure the filter's there. Like my whole life, I wake up and I'm like, turn that filter on, otherwise I'm like blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness. When I rap, I take it away. So like the other day, someone came, a long time ago, someone was in the house and they said, oh my god, can you do that? Can you do it for me? And I was like, there's a high chance I'll say something offensive to you. So I was like, I need to explain that, because my brain just says lots of things. And I was like, are you okay with that? Can you sign this disclaimer?
Yeah, when Taylor does it to me, I just walk out. It's too much.
No, you don't. She comes back and goes, do it again. Do another one about me. And someone else comes in and goes, make fun of me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes.
I was just going to say, I also just said that I charge £10 an hour, which means I've been making absolutely nothing. That was really good. £10 an hour for beatboxing, but only beatbox for 30 seconds. So
£10 an hour is actually
not for
higher
beatboxing.
than most.
I don't think you'll hire me for an hour, so
yeah,
that's really cheap rate, everyone. So come and get your beatboxing from me. Anyway, so I think we've talked a lot about lockdown. So definitely though, let us know what you have been up to in lockdown. Stick it in the comments, and also I want to know what you want to hear us talk about, because this is our first podcast, and well, it's up to you lot. It's for you, so let us know what you want to hear us talk about. Definitely. But I've had a really wonderful time.
Me too. Yeah. Are we finished already?
No, not really. You can keep talking if you want to. That was me just saying I was having a wonderful time.
Did we just end
Did I bring the energy down there?
Well, I brought a suggestion, right? And we haven't talked about it, so I think unanimously everyone thinks it's rubbish, so we'll just end on it. But it was
I don't even know what it is.
If you could choose your name, what would you choose it to be? Based on what you feel like your inner personality is, what do you think would represent that?
So, Taylor asked me this earlier, and honestly, my response was, I wouldn't change it.
Oh, but that's so Leona though. She's like, it's perfect the way it is, darling. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
I wouldn't want to change my name.
It's got a ring to it. Oh, come on. If you could choose anything.
See, I love my name. I think my name was cool.
Yeah, but your name, Honor, how many people do you know called Honor? Everybody I know is called Taylor now. Like when I was called Taylor, it wasn't popular. Now everybody's, and especially we're in country music, so everybody's called Taylor.
Or their surname's Taylor normally.
So I'd call myself something really like.
What about Taylor Taylor?
Something really like.
She would call herself something like Joe Exotic. I swear she is Joe Exotic.
I like Exotic.
Come on, Taylor, what have you got in mind?
Do you know what? I would probably call my name something really blunt, like Barb or something. I'd talk like that. So I could just be like, yeah, call me Barb. Whatever how you'd say
Barb.
it.
What about
Barbs?
Yeah.
What's another word like exotic but not exotic? Barb.
Tropical.
No, not tropical.
Barb tropical. That doesn't have a ring to it.
Extreme Barb.
Extreme Barb. Call me Extreme Barb. That's my name now.
Extreme Barb, and welcome to our podcast. It's lovely to have you on today.
It's lovely to be here. I'm Extreme. I'm Barb, and I'm here to do a podcast. Wait, how would that be extreme?
Tell us where you got your name from, Extreme Barb.
I'll tell you where I got my name. I was doing a podcast with my sisters. I said, Taylor, hate it. Let's go extreme.
And so do people think your personality is extreme? Do you look extreme? Where did the extreme come
It's
from?
everything that I do. Do you know what I mean? Everything. People just say, who is that coming down the street? It's like, boom, 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 and it's me. Got a hat made out of fruit and everything.
And what do you work as at the moment, Extreme Barbs?
I don't work. People pay me just to turn up at their birthday parties and say, happy birthday, mate.
Oh, so you're
I pay £10 an hour, and then I beatbox, and that's why Oni's not getting any work.
I was gonna say it could be like Extreme Barb is like Jackass, but we all know Taylor is the
I'm
opposite.
the opposite.
No, yeah.
There would be no Jackass in here.
Growing up, Taylor was the opposite of Jackass.
Yeah.
Like my big brother was Jackass, but the clever Jackass where he'd get me to do the things like that would hurt myself because I was stupid enough and thought my brother was like God, so I would do whatever he said.
And we would just
Leona,
walk.
actually,
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say.
Leona was the same, and Taylor was like, that will hurt you, and I go, let's do it.
So before it was
Oh my
Jackass, it was Wild Boys, and it had Johnny Knoxville, and I think it was, I could be
can't
wrong,
remember.
maybe Steve-O was in it, I can't remember, but I was really young, and I used to stay up at like till 11 midnight, whatever, on a school night and watch Wild Boys with my brother, and it would be the strangest things, like put fish hooks through their cheek, and I'd be like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Kids are so odd. I suppose that kids just love that like weird like pushing the boundaries things.
Yeah.
It's like they don't understand how painful it would be.
Did you ever tell Mum that you stayed up to watch Wild Boys?
I don't know, but I'm not going to
And
tell
I'm
her
pretty
now.
sure it was Prison Break, Wild Boys.
No, the other one was
Stand
American
Weren't
Pie.
American Pie. Ugh.
I won't even tell you. I was too young to understand any of that. My poor mum, if she knew I was up watching that, like I had no idea. I won't even tell you what I thought things were.
To be honest, you were probably so young that you just didn't get it.
No, I
So
didn't
that
get
made
it. I
us-
thought, yeah. So let's leave that one. I think this is a good place to end the podcast. So this was the Logans World.
You can follow us on all of our social medias. They are at the Logans World. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Spotify as well. We have music there. Type in the Logans and you will find us.
Yes, and you can check our show out on BBC Iplayer, and that's called Meet the Logans.
Yep, so we'll be back same time next week for another episode of the Logans World.
And be sure to let us know what you want to hear us chat about. This is a podcast for you. Let us know, and thank you all so much, and we love you all so much. It's been wonderful. We've had so much fun.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
It's the Logan Show.